There was a time when the world forgot how to breathe. The air was heavy, not just with smoke, but with silence, the silence of screens, engines, and people who had lost the rhythm of life. Cities buzzed day and night, and the hum of machines replaced the sound of wind through trees. People lived faster than their hearts could follow. Their lungs were tired, their eyes dim. Hospitals overflowed not from infections, but from exhaustion. And then came a woman named Nadia Olin, who believed that the cure wasn't in medicine, but in the soil. Nadia was once a doctor in one of the largest cities in the world. She had studied at the best universities, worked in advanced labs, and treated hundreds of patients. But every year, she saw the same pattern: more medicine, less healing. People had everything they needed to live, yet they were unwell. When her own father died of a heart condition made worse by pollution and stress, Nadia left the city in grief and confusion. Shadow. 4 days until the towers turned into fields, and the air began to taste like rain again. She found an abandoned village at the edge of a forest, a place forgotten by maps. The land was quiet, the wells dry, but something inside her whispered, "Stay!" Nadia began to plant. She dug her hands into the dirt and felt something she hadn't in years: peace. Each seed she placed in the soil felt like a prayer. As weeks passed, shoots of green emerged from the brown earth, and with them, a strange calm filled her. Villagers from nearby towns came to see her garden. Some were curious, others desperate. A mother with chronic fatigue, a child with asthma, an old man who could no longer sleep. Nadia didn't prescribe pills. She gave them tasks: water the plants, breathe with the trees, walk barefoot on the soil. At first, people laughed. But slowly, something began to happen. The mother found energy after mornings spent in the garden. The child's breathing grew easier among the flowers. The old man began to sleep, lulled by the song of crickets and wind. Word spread, and soon, the Garden of Breath was born. The garden grew into a sanctuary. It had arbs for the body and trees for the soul. People worked side by side, planting, laughing, healing. They built a pond that reflected the sky, and when the wind rippled across it, the villagers said it was the earth breathing again. Nadia watched as people changed. Those who once lived in constant stress now smiled for no reason. Slows, who had forgotten joy found it in the rhythm of watering, weeding, and harvesting. She realized the truth her ancestors had always known. The earth doesn't just give food, it gives life back. The soil wasn't just fertile, it was forgiving. Each plant that grew seemed to draw out pain and replace it with calm. Science later caught up with what nature already knew: soil microbes could boost serotonin. Forest air lowered stress hormones, and time spent outdoors could heal the nervous system. But for Nadia, the proof was in the faces of those who came glowing with life. Years passed. The city that Nadia had once left began to crumble under pollution and disconnection. But news of the Garden of Breath reached its tired people. Slowly, they began to visit not for treatment, but for remembrance. They planted small gardens on rooftops and sidewalks. Parks filled again with children. Air became cleaner. People began to breathe together deeply, consciously. And one evening, as the sun set over fields of golden grain, Nadia stood among her people, hands dirty, heart full, and whispered, "The earth healed us because we remembered we were part of her."